Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Larry Flick. I'll be your professor for Human Resource Management this fall semester 2023. I wanted to introduce myself, talk a little about the course, and take you on a tour of our Blackboard class site. This is a great course and will prove valuable to anyone who plans to work in an organization. Human resources will always be a part of that organization, and understanding what it does and how they do it will be beneficial to you in the long run. Now, let's take a brief tour of our Blackboard class site. Hello again. This is a screen capture, basically, of our Blackboard class site. And what I'm going to do is take you on a real quick tour. Not going to go into each link, which is something I want you to do on your own to investigate and learn how this thing works. But to start with, you'll always come into the announcements page when you enter our Blackboard class site. And this is the announcements page. Right now, we've got a few things to get started here, a nice link to tell you to an area where it gives you more detail on where to get started and what to do and so forth. And then also I always have on the bottom a few sayings that I think are interesting. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. The other one is, another one is, tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. And I'm certainly going to try to involve you throughout the whole class. Another thing is, if it matters to you, you will find a way. If it doesn't, you will find an excuse. Isn't that human nature? Okay, now let's look at all the different links. So we know that every time you come into Blackboard, you're going to come into the announcements page. Every week on Monday, usually by 9 or 10 o'clock, I will post all the assignments and any other comments for the coming week. So our weeks run from Monday through Sunday, and almost all of our deadlines are Sunday midnight for various different papers and assignments. Okay, so that's announcements. Now, the syllabus and schedule, I'm going to click on that. Under that link, we have the syllabus, which is important that you read. Our class schedule, I'm going to click on that for now. And that gives you a week-by-week schedule here, all the way through the semester to the end, of all the work and assignments to be done. So this is an important one. Let's go back to the syllabus. Now, of course, let me click on syllabus, because there is one thing I want to show you there. The syllabus is important for you to read, and of course I want you to read it, but what I want to show you here is how the grades, how your grade at the end will be computed. There's 5 exams, each worth 10%, so there's 50% of your grades on the exams. The MindTap chapter quizzes will be worth 10%. 3 papers, each worth 10%, so there's 30% of your grade. And then the discussion board questions for each chapter will be worth 10%. So that's important that you know that. Okay, so the other thing is we have the college calendar and just a graphic I thought you'd be interested in. The next thing is course content. Now, here's the getting started that was linked on the first page, announcements page. Our class, which is something that I will put together once you send me a picture and a bio, which is the first week assignment, a part of the first week assignment. And then here's our class schedule. Again, it's the same schedule. And here's a link to get into, initially get into MindTap. It has instructions on how to get in. It's really quite easy. And I would recommend you click on this as soon as you bought the book. And then the rest of it is a week by week summary of all the assignments for that week. Let's just take a look at week 1. Okay. Now, in week 1, here's what I'm going to want you to do. I took this as a screen capture from the class schedule, and each week I'll have that screen capture on, and then here will be, underneath that, will be the links to each of the assignments. So Chapter 1, Read Study, the opportunities and challenges of human resources management, and here's the link to that chapter, okay? And then here's the Chapter 1, here's the assignment, and it's about a 25-minute assignment, and it's the chapter quiz that you need to take each week. And that's right here on the top. And then the next thing is Chapter 1, on the job. Here's the video that I want you to watch, okay? Chapter video Barcelona Restaurant Group up here. And then website review is here. And here's the review of the website. And the discussion board. And then I've thrown in is human resources for you. It's really a good video, and I hope you watch it. And then flashcards and slides and practicing exams and so forth. And HR and not just another graphic I thought you'd find interesting. Okay. So, sorry, we'll go to college content, which is where we want to be. Course content, I'm sorry. And so week by week, let's just for the heck of it take a look at week 4, okay? Now here again, here's a copy from the class schedule, and note that the first exam's this week. And basically, as you go down, all the links are there to everything, flashcards and so forth. And then once the time frame, which would be every Thursday to Sunday, we would have exams. Not every, but every 3 or 4 weeks. And the exams run, you can take any time during the period from Thursday to Sunday. Must be done by Sunday midnight. And they won't appear until Thursday. So you won't be able to see the exam link until Thursday. Okay, so that's course content. Please, if you have any questions, just let me know. The next thing is the discussion board. Here, there's an explanation of how it's going to work a bit. And then you just click on Chapter 1 and you answer the questions. And you each week there's 1, 2, 3 questions or 4 that I want you to answer. And so the discussion board, I think, is worth 10% of your grade. That's important. Now, going down, here's our messages, okay? All communications during the course should use the Blackboard or class Blackboard message system. So keep that in mind. All communications. It's the only way I can keep track of everything, okay? Now, if you want to send me a message, you create a message here, you go to and there's a whole list of all of our classmates, of which you can send any one of them messages or combinations. And so here, if you want to send me a message, you click my name and you move it over to a recipient, and then you fill in the subject, and you send me the message you want to send, and then you click submit. And that's all there is to it. You also can attach, you also have the alternative to upload attachments. Okay, so that's messages. Now the only other thing here is here's our WebEx meeting room. So anytime that you would like to, I'd be available, like for office hours, or if there's a concept we come across that you'd like further explanation, or just would like to talk with me. Let's set a time, maybe via the messages, or I want you to feel free to call me too, and my number is on the syllabus. we all we have to do is set up a time, and we click the link here to WebEx and my meeting room, and we meet at the time that's we agreed upon. So that's important. I'd love you to use WebEx to communicate with me. Okay, and the only other thing is my grades, and I won't click on that because there's really nothing there at this point. But once we complete assignments and quizzes and so forth, all the grades will appear under my grades. And under that are college policies and help desk and other student resources and my portfolio, and that's it. So I hope you have a good semester. I want you to keep in touch with me as much as you like and feel comfortable with. I'm here to help you, and I just wish you the best of semesters.